This is Axel, and I've decided it's time to tell a story that goes back a little over 4 years ago when I first came into Expedite. It involves this company right here, Creekside Cargo. Something that had happened to me, something that I should have spoke up to about back then, and I'll get into the reasons why I didn't say anything. But a couple months ago, I ran into a driver that was a new driver for them. And after talking to her, kind of like, brought up bad memories. And, I figure I have to tell this story. If this story is not told, then other drivers can end up in the same situation and maybe not want to speak out. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not the guy. If you drivers have a problem or something happens, come email me, come to my show. I'll put them out there. I've been putting everybody out there. All this that's going on in expediting and trucking, people need to speak up and say things because these scumbags get away with this stuff and they think it's okay. Now, Dave, who works for Creekside, I know you're subscribed to the channel. You said something to me, Dave, a couple months ago when I ran into your driver. You told me, please don't corrupt your driver. It's disgusting what you said to me. You told me not to corrupt your driver. Well, Dave, I have bad news for you. Not only do I tell everybody what's going on, she knows as well. It's her choice whether she wants to stay there or not. But I'm telling you now, you guys play a game with her. I'm going to show her exactly how our Cleveland court system works. And to that owner of yours that you complain about, that he's trash and all this, but yet you run back to him. You left once and you ran back. And years ago, you helped cover up this bullshit for a company that should not be an expedite for what you people do. So, if you're new here, welcome. If you're in trucking and especially in expedite, I hope you take the time to watch this episode. If out of any episodes, watch this episode. And I'm going to show you text messages of what was done to me. I'm going to show you PDFs. Okay. And I'm a man. I can only imagine if this would have happened to a female. Okay. I have 2 daughters. And what happened to me, it's a good thing I was raised the right way and I have a strong mind. But this has to come out in the open. And 4 years ago, I didn't have the opportunity. I have a platform now. There's a lot of brokers on here. There's a lot of drivers on here. And I hope you all share this because this is not a game and this is not a joke. I'm Axel, and we're going to get into this episode. So here we are, a little over 4 years later. And I want to make it very clear to everyone. This is 100% true, 100% factual, however you want to put it. I'm going to show you the text messages that I saved from over 4 years ago. I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain to you exactly what occurred. And this owner, you're garbage. You're truly garbage. I know the games you guys play over there. So, Creekside Cargo, over here in Cleveland. I could literally walk to their office. Yep, that's right. Here's the owner, Tubba Lubba. Got pictures back from 2018 up to 2022. You can see he ages like crap. Never met him. I heard a lot of stories about him. I heard he's a big a-hole, the king a-hole. And I can understand how this culture over there at his company is the way it is. So if you need his address or his phone number or his email, there he is. He likes to call himself King Fish. He's king shit. That's what he is. You are garbage, buddy. You are garbage, and the people that work at your company, they're garbage. Because there's no way you didn't know about this 4 years ago. There's no way. It was funny, I do my research. I came across this, something about a trophy is back where it belongs, blah, 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 some kind of, I think, bowling match or something. But, I sent a message to this guy in the bottom here. I don't know what it was about, but he put a big black cloud hangs over this company. And then follows up with, no, it's from the owner. Have no idea what that's about, but I would love to hear the story behind that one. And this company, I believe, was started back in 2010, but yet in 2018, Mr. John Kotzman, whatever he is, you're garbage, buddy. You put this post, you put a GoFundMe up. I'd like to read everybody this GoFundMe. How a person who has an expedite company, and I believe there's a couple trucks there, acts like he's some big wig, okay? And you put this up. As some of you may already know, my daughter Cassie and her daughter have been struggling to stay afloat this past year due to Cassie's poor judgment, and decision-making things are worse today than it was before. But there is hope. God is great. And Cassie has family and friends that love her. I am hoping to raise enough money to get them an apartment and living expenses for a month. All I'm asking is for you to say a prayer for Cassie and ask the Lord to get her on the right path. If you are able to make a donation, whatever the amount is, that would mean a lot. Thank you for taking the time. First of all, John, if this is your daughter and you're begging for money on a GoFundMe page when you have an expedite company, okay, that's disgusting to me. To get her an apartment and living expenses? And I love when you guys all throw God around, okay? You remind me of a lot of clowns in this industry that like to use that word God for your benefit. That's what you try to use it for, okay? But this right here, you remind me of that Hippix guy with his little GoFundMes and his preaching of God. You guys operate all in the same way. This just goes to show what a scumbag you are, okay? Cassie's poor judgment decision making. It's your daughter. It was your responsibility to raise her the right way. For whatever reason, for whatever decision she made, obviously you were the teacher behind that. Okay? I want to get on because this guy disgusts me. Let's cover something here first so everybody understands. And ladies, I want to make something very clear to you. If you're watching this and something like this has happened to you, I encourage you to speak up. I truly do. But I also want to point out that this does not just happen to women. It happens to women, happens to children, and it happens to men. Sexual harassment is a type of harassment involving the use of explicit or implicit sexual overtones, including the unwelcome and inappropriate promises of rewards in exchange for sexual favors. Sexual harassment can either be physical or verbal, maybe even both. Sexual harassment includes a range of actions from verbal transgressions to sexual abuse or assault. Harassment can occur in many different social settings, such as the workplace, the home, school, or religious institutions. Harassers or victims may be of any sex or gender. Sexual harassment is any unwanted sexual behavior that makes someone feel upset, scared, offended, or humiliated, or is meant to make them feel that way. Sexual harassment is a type of sexual violence, the phrase we use to describe any sexual activity or act that happened without consent. So there. So if you're unclear what it is, there it is. Now, here's the first text message. It was December 5th, 2018, right before Christmas time. I was a driver for one of their fleet owners back then. I was brand new to the industry. I believe I came over from the goofball Ukrainian company. And I figured, let me look, see who's local. And I found this company. They were local to me. Big mistake. And what happened was I started getting anonymous text messages. And I'm going to get into how I got these text messages and who they came from and who was involved. But let's go through them. Nice and easy. So this was the phone number back then. Whether it's still good or not, I don't know. I don't care. Probably a good thing. I don't know. All of a sudden, at 3:46 a.m. in the morning, looking, BJ shows up. Now, anybody can play games, okay? So automatically, I'm figuring somebody's playing some nonsense games in the morning. I say, who is this? I ask him for a pic. Found you online. Wasn't sure if this right or not. Discreet, safe, looking for anything. What are you into? Bye. They're like, who's playing this game? I asked for a pic again. Axel, I've always been good at finding out what's going on, and I collect everything. Okay? Next. Discreet. After I asked for pick again, they put discreet. No point in pick if you're not interested or open. What are you looking for? I'll try to take some soon for some too. A couple minutes later, just looking to help if all was needed. I said name, details, something. I at this point, I honestly don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an ex-girlfriend. I don't know if it's some crazy witch. Sorry, ladies. But it was just weird the way it started. It gets bad now. He says, well, if you're bi or open to whatever, we can work something out. I'm bi. Just looking for a good time. So I said, why no pick? Just nervous about it, honestly. Was taking a chance on a reaction that could go either way. Yeah. I put, well, send a pic. He does. Okay, can I get some in return then? Sending. And he sends me a picture. I said, how you got my number? With a question mark. Followed up exactly 3 minutes later from the first question. Look it up. Don't be mad. Don't want any trouble. Just have fun. Enjoy a good time. Whatever it make, I believe he meant may bring. Pick, interested. Now he's asked me for a pick. Of course, I never sent him a freaking fucking pick. I said, looked up where? Then he says, Google search. You're in Cleveland area, right? I'm near there. Can I see? I said, you playing games? No, I'm not. Not. Do you want a blowjob or not? Send pic. I said, you sent me a pic of an arm. Trying to get a better picture out of him. Wouldn't bother if that wasn't the case. I'm serious if you are. Can meet, host, travel, meet somewhere. I said, if you're serious, you'll send a full pic. Then he sends me a full picture of himself. It's a black male. I'm going to tell you who he is. And then he asked me, can I see a full nude of you? He progresses now. Now he's asking for a full nude of me. I said, why? Just like to see. Do you want to unload one? I'd help or send something. I came this far. I really hope can at least go through with it. Can trust me. Don't mean to offend you. I mean no harm. I said, where's your girlfriend? I'm out right now by myself. Was just looking for something. Are you? Been wanting to relieve my near 8-inch. And whoever helps or not. If not, just hang out. Can't sleep. Can I see yours? This is progressing, and it's disgusting. I said, where's yours? He says, where's what? I don't know how you got my number, but I'm not gay or bi, is what I tell him. He continues. Okay, can I at least suck you off? Horny. Then he puts my name, Jason. So I don't know this person. I never met this person, but he has my name. I put no Steve, and I'm trying to remember because it's 4 years ago why I put no Steve. And this is, I don't know if there was another text and he maybe pulled it back or deleted it, but there was a reason why I put that. Anyways, he continues, weird. Thought I bumped into you not too long ago. Can we meet near Warren and 150th? Now this is crazy. Didn't we just see each other? Brush past me. Okay, that was all on the 18th, late at night, up to 5:26 in the morning. The next day, I got another text, and it says BJ, discreet. Now, I'm going to get to this text, but what had happened was I happened to be at the office one day, and it might have been when I got that last text from this guy, and I told Dave, who is a dispatcher that works for Creekside, on and off. He's currently there now. And I mentioned him. I said, somebody's texted me some bullshit. And he says, let me see it. And I show it to Dave. And Dave says, I know who this is. I said, what do you mean you know who this is? And he continues to tell me, word for word, his very own words, that this black male is a boyfriend of another dispatcher that works for Creekside, who I have no idea if is still there or not, but it was an older white guy, older than me at the time, and his name was Bill. And by then, my head is steaming. I said, well, what do you mean it's his boyfriend? He goes, yeah, we've had this problem before. I said, what do you mean you had this problem before? He said, because Bill used to work late nights. So his boyfriend here would come into the office for whatever reason. Well, Dave continues to tell me that he's done this before and he's accessed their computer where you see everybody's information, private information, names, numbers, addresses, payroll, maybe social security numbers, everything. And that's when I told Dave, I'm about to destroy the whole fucking office. Seriously, just like that. I was going to destroy everything at Creekside. Computers, monitors. I was going to break everything in that place. It took everything for me to hold back not to do it. Okay? So anyways, he said he would take care of this. Okay? And if I remember right, I think they tried to punish him. They were going to give him like a month off or something. And I think it only lasted for like a week. Okay? Now, I want you to understand, I'm still working. I'm back on the road. I'm working for this fleet owner. I'm steaming. Like, it's 2019. It was another slow time a little bit. They used to send me on loads, okay? Creekside is garbage. And this fleet owner was dumb as a rock back then. And I would tell him, listen, buddy, they are sending me 700-800 miles. No joke. Deadhead, move or to go get a load. Okay, I'm not dumb. I knew what was going on, and I would tell the fleet owner, "Listen, I'm being used like a dog, donating my time, driving 700-800 miles, and they're putting extra wear and tear on your vehicle, and we're burning all this gas for no reason." I said, "You need to do something. You need to talk to them because I'm telling you, this doesn't work like this." Okay. Anyways, we continue, we go on. He says he's going to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. The guy tried to get me to go into his 26-foot truck for like 40 cents a mile. I'm thinking to myself, this guy's out of his freaking mind. Then I get a load all the way down to, I believe it was Baton Rouge, Louisiana, somewhere way in the bottom of Louisiana. And I'm sitting there like a dog. Now, past 2 or 3 weeks, and let me read this text to you here. I got mad. I'm sitting down. I told him I'm coming home and taking next week off. It's bad time and I got something I can do at home to make money. Next week going to be worse and I got bills to pay. It was at 3:47 p.m. and I just turned everything off. Hell with them. And I started driving. Jason, give me a call, please. It's like 13 minutes later, 13 minutes later. I said, these are my pays the last 3 weeks. And I was shocked too when I brought this back up and I looked at it. 150, 240, 350. This is what they were trying to abuse me with back then. You know? Now, when I originally got in this industry, I knew I'm going to learn as much as I can, as fast as I can. Okay? And believe me, I took some abuse in the beginning. Okay? So, for whatever reason, it's a Friday. And I know I'm going to go home. Which way I take to go home, that's my business. Here's the owner of the van's wife, okay? And on that day, Friday, I asked him, why haven't I received my pay? Because she would always send the pay. And I thought it was weird because, it's in the afternoon. And that last pay, I think it was around $150. Yeah. Why haven't I received my pay? They said, I don't know, they sent me this screenshot of whatever to pay or whatever. And she says, I'm calling Chuck. This was her husband. I said, I did nothing to you guys last week. Pay was late this week. Your husband is holding it? He's on his way back. Sorry for the inconvenience. I said, I have a call into my lawyer since you're holding my pay and also for the sexual harassment from Creekside. Because, see, I let them know and they did nothing as well. Nothing. Don't worry, I'm bringing the van back and I'm going to empty my stuff, clean it, and document it with a witness, which I did. Sorry I missed your text. Hopefully you were able to get some rest and you're headed back to Cleveland. When should we expect you? Tomorrow. Soon as I get back, empty all my stuff and clean it a bit, then I'll call. What time do you anticipate arriving tomorrow? Should be between 12 and 2. Then this is when it turns. I hope you understand that you are not authorized to have the van. Oh, now I'm not authorized. Then drove 2 months. Now I'm not authorized because I wouldn't bow down to their slavery. To have the van. Please make this deadline in order to prevent any further action. Oh, now they're getting aggressive. And I, of course, was updating them the whole way. Now, drivers, Baton Rouge, all the way back up to Cleveland, takes some time. I said, Yvette, I'm running late. Sorry. Plus, I got this nasty storm. I sent him the screenshot of the GPS, everything. And if everyone remembers, in 2019, it was a very nasty time in winter where we had this minus 70 storm. I don't know, storm of the century or something came through. Yeah, I was out then. Okay, here was even, I sent him the screenshot showing the weather. Like I was over there by Chicago, coming across. And I will say, I did take a long way home. Okay, but I'm going to get to that. So you see the storm there. The blue is the ice and the snow, and then you see all the rain coming up, and I have to get all the way through this crap. There's a picture of the road at that time. For some reason, they sent me this sheet. And back then, they used to give 35 cents a mile. And it shows 240.45. And then it shows the pay periods, 125.19 and 21.19, which were supposed to be the pay periods. So it was 386.15. So I think they owed me for 2, if I'm not mistaken. It was 2 weeks. And that's how small it was. And it was weird. If you look at the bottom there, it looked like it was overlaid. Like that's not written or typed in there. It's like they whited it out and then changed some stuff. It was really weird. Then I get this letter. It was dated February 1st. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I'm not working in February. Okay. Been gone, like week before, maybe a couple days before. Unauthorized usage. Dear Mr. So-and-so, on 125.19, you refused a return load to Ohio. Now I'm 1099, supposedly. Following this refusal, you use CJ Wheeler Inc. Sprinter without authorization to conduct personal trips outside of your normal work-related duties. Oh, now I have work-related duties like an employee. These trips totaled over 2,850 miles, consisting of and not limited to trips to Texas, Oklahoma, and North Dakota. As a result of the unauthorized usage of the vehicle on the identified dates, you are being charged 75 cents per mile. So they tried to back charge me, a 35-cent mile driver. They tried to back charge me 75 cents. They tried to make money off me, not from the carrier, not from the broker, not from the shipper. They try to make it back from the driver. Total of $2,137.50. Plus, they put $43 for the balance of filling the gas tank. Pause. See, I was well aware of games that were going on back then. So from the time I left from the bottom, even though I had a fuel card, because I used to hear the stories, they would turn off fuel cards and all this nonsense. Well, you know what Axel does? He uses his own money, my own cards for the whole trip home. I paid for all the gas. But yet they want to charge me $43 for the balance of filling the gas tank. Oh, really? If I took a load and stopped down there, that was on you. Anything after, if I paid for it, how am I getting charged another $43? So you see the stupidity in their mind and the way they think. For a total of $2,189.50. And then they put including monthly phone charge of $9. So what they used to do at Creekside is, and I'm well aware because I'm a Selectus user, Selectus would charge you like $10 for the app, for the tracking, $10 a month to the carrier. Well, what these bozos would do is they would back charge the driver. And if I remember right, I believe Creekside would charge extra, but then the fleet owner would charge extra. So it goes from $10 a month charge to now the driver is paying $36 a month for their tracking app. Yeah. Your payments for $125.19 and $21.19 for a total of $386.15 have been credited to this balance. Your remaining balance is $1,803.35, which is due immediately. Please mail a certified check or money order made payable to CJ Wheeler Inc. And well, folks, it's a good thing I went to good schools. I had good teachers and a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you right now, they didn't get a goddamn dime. Not a goddamn dime. In fact, a big letter was sent to the Department of Justice regarding this. And they're lucky that COVID came along. They're real lucky COVID came along. But let me continue here. Here's the law in Ohio, and I was fully aware of it. Fully aware. Section 2913.03, unauthorized use of vehicle. No person shall knowingly use, and this is for you drivers. You should always know, whatever state you're in, your law. No person shall knowingly use or operate an aircraft, motor vehicle, motorcycle, motorboat, or other motor-propelled vehicle without the consent of the owner or person authorized to give consent. Let me get to the meaty part. Let me just go ahead right here so you can all see it. Then B, no person shall knowingly use or operate an aircraft, motor vehicle, or motorboat, or other motor-propelled vehicle without the consent of the owner or person authorized to give consent, and either remove it from the state or keep possession of it more than 48 hours. Goes on to the following affirmative defenses. At the time of the alleged offense, the actor, though mistaken, reasonably believed that the actor was authorized to use or operate the property. Excuse me. At the time of the alleged offense, the actor reasonably believed that the owner or person empowered to give consent would authorize the actor to use or operate the property. Okay. See, if you go up to B, I knew it. Okay. And one, I was already out of state, far out of state. But you see, there's that little part at the end. Keep possession of it more than 48 hours. I knew I had 48 hours. It was a Friday. It was a weekend ahead, and I knew I had 48 hours to bring that vehicle back. Okay? Let's move on, because it gets interesting. So this bozos, they go and file a charge on me. They file the charge on me in the state they live in. Okay? Now, I'm pretty smart when it comes to law and stuff. I got some experience. So they file attempt unauthorized use of a vehicle in the city they live in. Well, here's the problem. Their business was registered in Cleveland. Okay? The vehicle was kept on the property of Creekside, also in Cleveland. Okay? And the detective's calling me when I'm coming home, this and I said, yeah, bro, listen, I know the law. I'm coming, blah, 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 blah. And then towards the end, when I'm getting close, he tells me, hey, listen, I just need you to do me a favor, bro. Either way, they want to press charge. Nothing I can do, but I'm just pleased. I said, I know. Okay, what do you need me to do? He said, just show up at the station. We're going to book you in, put your bracelets on, pay your bond, and you can go. No problem. I'll be up there shortly. Call my cousin. I said, give me a ride. Bomb me out. I think it was all done within 1 hour. Okay. We continue with the case. Okay. They thought they were going to win. They thought they were going to try to screw me in this industry with their bullshit. And this, I believe, was retaliation. Retaliation because Creekside knew what had happened. Okay. And I threatened to come after them with the lawsuit. So Dave knew. The bill guy obviously knew. There's no way in hell the owner didn't know. And this fleet owner knew. Okay. So you see there was a bond posted. The bond was returned. And then you'll see right there it says finding of dismissed with prejudice. See that? And for those of you who don't know, with prejudice means the decision is final. It's permanently dismissed and can't be retried. Now, you want to know how Axel won this so easily. Very easily. I went to my lawyer. I said, let's, go to court, blah, blah. And I say, look, one, tell the court there's no jurisdiction. What are you talking about? And I explained to him everything. Corporation in Cleveland, Creekside's also in Cleveland, Vehicle Garage Cleveland. So that other city had no jurisdiction in this matter. That's number one. Number two, I had 48 hours. Okay. You want to know what they told me when my lawyer went to the prosecutor's office and came back? He said, listen, they're going to dismiss it, but they need a favor from you. I said, what favor could they need from me? They want you to sign off that you're not going to sue the city. You believe that one? Yeah. I had to sign off I want to sue the city, which I could have. But I didn't look at the city as being responsible for this. I know they were just going through the bullshit steps. Okay. But this goes to show you, drivers, what kind of dirt ball games some of these companies play. They think it's a game. Okay. And I'm letting you know. Come to me. Let me know if they try to play these games with you. Okay. Because some of them need to start going to jail. Okay. In this company, with what they did, it's not kosher. It's not kosher. I've had this stuff on my mind for over 4 years. Because, see, what they were trying to do here is give me this unauthorized use of a vehicle. So figured it would stop me from being able to go with any other companies as a company driver, which they didn't know my actual plan was just to learn as much as I could and just start my own. So, people, if you need my website, it's axel-live.com. When I upload to YouTube, it also pulls the videos over there to that website. So if you ever need a catalog, you need to go check them out. Some of you get these emails because they add your email. On the very bottom of that email, you'll see an unsubscribe. If you don't want to receive these emails, hit that unsubscribe at the bottom. If you want to subscribe, I recommend, when you go to the axellive.com, click on the YouTube logo, go to the actual YouTube, click subscribe, but then also click on all notifications when you tap on that little bell. If you're a driver or a broker, like a lot of you do already, and you need to get some information to me or you want to expose something, my email direct right there is axel.liveshow@gmail.com. Okay. Feel free to reach out to me. I have no problem exposing all this crap. But what happened to me a little over 4 years ago, I look back, I wanted to speak up. I wanted to say something back then. But see, I was starting my authority back then. And I knew this company would try to blackball me. Now, a lot of you know me. I'm not worried about it. You know me. You know my work ethic. You know my authority is clean. You know I've started this now to expose all the crap, bullshit, fraud. But sexual harassment, it's very disgusting. Okay. So over there, whatever the guy was, bi, gay, whatever, working for Creekside, and his boyfriend, who is easily 20, 30 years younger than him, is then trying to solicit one of the drivers after accessing their private information. I was also told by Dave that it wasn't the first time that it happened. That means there had been another driver or two. And if the driver ever comes across this video or whatever, and they need to talk to me and explain to me what happened on their part, but what I see over there, that's just a cesspool of crap over there. Creekside Cargo, you're garbage. You've always been garbage. I've wanted to speak up and talk about you guys for a long time and the way you treat drivers and you steal from them. Those cheap rates. I know what you guys do over there. It's 4 years later now. I run my own authority. I know what the rates are, whether it's slow time or not. I know what games you guys play over there. You backed that fleet owner. You backed him. I don't even remember if I had an escrow over there. I think I did. I don't even know if I ever got it. But they're all thieves, crooks. Got a sexual predator going in your computer. Who knows if he even still comes around? Who knows? Maybe you guys have some big wild sex ring going on over there. Deviant sex ring. But a sexual predator. And I think now 4 years has gone by with what was in those texts and how aggressive that guy was. And this is why things like this happen to women and children. Speak up, people. If you need backup or something's going on, reach out to Axel, if anything. but don't ever be scared to speak up, say nothing. I was never scared to speak up. People knew about this, what had happened. I just could have put it out on a public platform. I didn't even have a public platform back then. But I'm telling you now, everyone and anyone, I'm going to expose them. And again, Creekside Cargo, you're garbage. You covered up sexual harassment at your company. That's right. And then you stole from the driver. You allowed thievery. Then you tried to retaliate. You allowed that retaliation to happen. Yes, I believe you were all in on it. Disgusting. This is Axel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate if you hit the thumbs up if you like the show. Leave some comments. I like to see some comment action on this one. Creekside, don't waste your time. You're garbage.